Hare Krishna and Namaste and Happy Valentine's Day. I was asked a few days ago what my opinion on chocolate was, and I think today's the perfect day to talk about it. For those who don't know, there's a group of Hare Krishnas and even people who are high devotees of Lord Vishnu who have a thing against chocolate. And many people ask, well, do you have a thing against chocolate? Would you not accept chocolate? And I'm just going to say flat out right now that I am totally fine with chocolate. However, I do understand where the issue stems from, and I'm going to explain it just a tiny bit. The issue stems from is that chocolate has caffeine in it, and that there is no evidence, or there's no proof that Krishna would have taken chocolate growing up in Vrindavan. But the counter argument to that would be, well, Americanized chocolate or European chocolate does not have that much caffeine in it. It's cacao powder that you need to worry about. The more chocolate is in its natural state, the more caffeine it has. Chocolate that we have here in America is more or less milk, like a creamy texture. There's no chocolate really to it. So, there's that point. The other point is that we feed, as Hare Krishnas, we feed Krishna ethnic foods from different areas, not just Indian food. We feed him pizza, we feed him pasta. He would not have had that. So is that wrong too? My theory is that if it's not hurting anybody, it should be fine. There should be no limit on chocolate or no chocolate. Completely cutting it out, but I do see the problem. If there is a person who has some kind of addiction to some certain food, because you can get an addiction to a certain type of food. There are TV shows documenting about it called Freaky Eaters, where people only eat cheese, people only eat was it cheesy potatoes or one of them, or somebody constantly eats pasta, they never eat anything else. So I can see where, okay, if you do that, then that's bad. Too much of one thing is terrible. I'm sorry, I'm getting used to lighting and everything, the angles too. So too much of one thing is really bad. But I think that if once in a while you bake with chocolate, you eat chocolate, even if it's a once a day thing, you have chocolate, it doesn't matter. It's not that big of a deal. However, it's a big deal when you're constantly eating chocolate and you won't eat anything else besides chocolate. That's coming from a health and a spiritual perspective. Do I think that Krishna accepts chocolate? Probably. I 100% think that Krishna accepts anything that is given with him that's vegetarian with a huge heart, as long as we give it to him as deep in our hearts, we're I think that you really like this, and here you go. Please take it. But, I don't think that he would ever, be oh, you gave me chocolate. I never had chocolate before. Krishna is literally God. He knows what our intentions are and what we're thinking when we give it to him. If we're thinking, ha ha ha, I'm going to give him chocolate, he doesn't like chocolate, he's not going to accept it. But if we're oh Lord Krishna, please take this chocolate, it's kind of one of those things that are just weird, because I don't think Krishna judges us exactly what we give him, as long as it meets his spiritual requirements. If we give him fried chicken, he's not going to be happy about that, because we cause pain to another being. That he won't accept, no matter how, thoughtful we were and how much we love him. But I don't know how else to explain it. But as long as we give it to him with an open heart and we give it to him out of love, he will accept anything we give him. But if we give it to him with a negative intention and a not nice intention, he will not accept it. And that's just how it is. So as long as it meets his requirements, and as long as we're giving it to him in a pure way, it shouldn't matter what we give him, whether it's Indian food, American food, South American food, as long as it meets his requirements. And that is my opinion on it. You can have another opinion. I think that some of these like spiritual subjects, we need to have our each and own opinions. We need to kind of grow from it. Like, I don't think there should be like a rule book saying, oh, no chocolate, no American food, no South American food. You know what I mean? Like, I think basically we need to have just like a, what do you want to call it, common sense about it. And if we really don't think, like us as individuals, we really don't think Krishna would accept something, we shouldn't give it to him. But if we think that he would, and we have like backup, like knowledge about it, it should be fine. Anyway, speaking about spiritual journeys, me and my club from the university, or the club meaning basically our temple, who we practice Krishna conscious, we are planning a trip to go to India within May or June. However, we're extremely lacking the funding. The school will not be giving us any funding anymore for the trip, and there's a lot of students who are underprivileged. And so I will link down below the GoFundMe page and everything. So if you guys want to help contribute it, because we really need a lot of funds. And we are planning on going to either Vrindavan, traveling around a little bit, or we're just going to be staying in one place. We don't know. Our plan was to go from Vrindavan to Mayapur and visit all those little temples in there and like do some, service learning. We will be doing volunteer work, I should say, within these temples, as well as learning about our own fields and everything. So if you would kindly please donate, that would be great. But anyway, I hope this video wasn't too boring. I just thought it would make more sense for me making a video about it than just making like a simple little Facebook post, because I think this is an in-depth subject. But if you guys have differing opinions, please leave them down below and let us know what your opinions on sacred food, what sacred food looks like. Okay? Hare Krishna and Namaste.